How's it going? So I'm gonna try to do 30 wins in a row. And I'm only going to show the games that I play, right? So I'm gonna pause and wait until the lobby starts, right? I don't know if I should do commentary or I should not do commentary. I don't know. Well, Yasuo basically is very easy to beat. You just right click him to death and that's it. You see, like, you want to ignite early because he has no healing, right? And you want to do as much damage as possible, right? Because this guy is has no way to regen. Yasuo players are mostly like 9-year-old kids, honestly, because they think it's a samurai and you know, it's like a super good pick because he has a sword, like a samurai sword. Oh my god. Just died basically. Yeah, so that's guy one. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pause for the next game. Take care. Yeah, another thing is we're gonna tell them that we're playing Tryndamere, so they can counter pick if they want to. Right, and I also introduced a new rule, which is if they fall behind by 25 CS, it's an auto loss. The reason why I introduced this is because there are some players who are just like they pick an assassin like Zed, and they just sit and Q farm from a distance, and then I have 65 CS and they have like 11. So it's a big waste of time because if they fall back by, well, let's say like the minion wave is pushing back to me, and they are 5 minions behind, that's it, like they already lost the game, right? So it's just a quick way to rotate games. Now, most of your games, you're gonna be playing against Akali and Yasuo, so this guy is unranked, so it's either Smurf or total beginner. So if he's total beginner, it's gonna be like a 7-second game probably, because he doesn't understand the limits of his champion. He will try to fight me one-on-one in the bush, and that's not gonna go really well for him. Not gonna go really well at all. Oh, actually pretty good items here. Ah, almost got him. Now, these items are pretty good, honestly. But I mean, it's Yasuo, you know? Very, very bad champion. Now, the reason why yeah, he's beginner. So the reason why I spun is because I wanted to kill the minion as well as get his shield off, and that's about it. Okay, waiting for the next game. Take care. Okay, so this guy is Platinum 2. He's picking Taliyah, so he's basically controlling. Against Taliyah, it's like super easy to win because you can just out-sustain her mana pool, right? And it's my apologies. Like I don't have a lot of enthusiasm, and that's because I'm after work, so I'm like really tired. But I noticed there are a lot of people joining, so I decided to do 30 games in a row challenge. My highest win win streak was 1,277 games. Yeah, so he's not gonna win this just based on items alone, right? Now they changed Taliyah, but look, you see how much damage he already took, and he has no way to regen. So it's lethal. This is already lethal for him. So I think they did some changes to Taliyah. So you have to be careful of her stun. Do you see, like, the problem is, like, I'm full health and her mana pool is already halfway. This thing here, yeah, so it basically knocks off now. So again, the problem with her, she has no sustain. I don't know why she ignited me, she has no way to. Yeah, she has so many slows now, it's like insane. Like every time she does something, it's a slow now. It's very funny. Yeah, you see, you gotta be careful because of her stuns now, you know? Like, I can't even move, you know what I mean? It's like so many slows. Yeah, so that's Taliyah. Ultimately, like, you can just farm it out against the new one, because I don't know, like the amount of slows she has now is just so insane. You can't really dive her, but I don't think this guy is super good. That's why we were able to kind of beat him, you know. Other than that, you can just farm her out, honestly. She's just like a mage, control mage, you know, so. Alright. We're waiting for this game to start. Yep, so like I mentioned, most of the games are gonna be against Yasuo and Akali, right? And also Zed is very popular. Good luck, Motam Spike. So I don't know what he's talking about, but that's okay. So Akali is you basically go like this, and you just on every every time E is off cooldown, you just spin into her and you smack her, right? Right, so you want to ignite them, right? Because that was my mistake. I took long. Normally you want to cheese him in the bush. So he's gonna be somewhere here probably. Alright, so we need to be careful now because she can burst us. Basically, like Akali matchup is your sustain is significantly better than hers, but she can burst you if you're not careful enough. So you just gotta be like, and if she chooses, she can. If she chooses, she can play passive and you will never be able to kill her. But I bet you he has like no CS. Oh, okay. Akali players are beyond bad at farming, so that's one of the things you want to exploit, because they're kind of used to, especially low elo Akali players, they're used to kind of seeing an ADC and just going bot and basically smashing their hand into keyboard, and that's how they win. You know what I mean? You see, like, she can do stuff like that, but that's not a big deal, right? Because she can't farm. And we can. Now he's a child, of course, he's gonna think that he's gonna win somehow, right? So he's gonna try to burst us. We're gonna wait a bit. No, he can't burst us. Now the thing about Akali is, the less damage you have, the less health you have, the more damage she does, right? So you can kind of abuse that a little bit. So you see, kind of like Zed. If you keep your health up, Zed can't really kill you, right? Because his only damage starts when you are below 50% health. If you're not below 50% health, his damage is just laughable, honestly. Like you can just heal all the time. Yeah, well, you see this guy, he's a typical league player, so he's now behind 26 CS, so his button smashing strategy has failed one more time, so he just quit. So we're waiting for the next guy. Alright, so this guy is bronze, and he went for Qiyana. Used to be a popular pick, but I don't see her anymore for some reason. Now, Qiyana is... You basically hard outscale her, and she's only dangerous level 3 and 4. Past that point, she just becomes kind of useless, honestly. You want to spam your Q on every... Like, it's very... Qiyana, you can't really kill her, to be honest with you, unless she's very, very bad. You can only out-CS her, right? But she has no way to CS against you, so... Like, like, Qiyana players, the whole thing about them is they just... Oh, he has no items, okay. I think he thinks he's so good that he's gonna beat me anyway. Yeah. Sometimes you get like super cocky players, especially like in low elo. They're just like, "Oh, mom, look at me! I'm so good. I'm going to beat this guy with no items." Dude, I mean, I'm just so good at this game, something like that. Now you want to do like any form of damage on her because her sustain is quite bad. But I mean, this guy has no items, so I mean, his odds of winning are like 0, basically. He'll probably sit under turret. Or do something like this. That also happens. Yeah, he's probably gonna... Yeah. He's probably gonna block the account. So in that case, what you have to do is you have to swap into a different account, because they're not gonna quit. I tried to kind of tell them like, hey, dude, you know, the game is over. Can you please exit the gate? Try to be nice. They're not gonna do it. So you have to just swap an account, okay? So I'll do it now. Take care. Oh yeah, I forgot to show the runes. So these are the runes that I play all the time. I never change them. Right, so that's the best setup. So this is... You can kind of play with this as well, but this is better because you outscale. Like you play against ranged matchups like Caitlyn, this makes a big difference. Big difference. Alright, so we're waiting for this guy to... Alright, so this guy is bronze, and he took Qiyana as well. Jovaki. This is extremely bad for Qiyana rune. The best rune for her is the uh, electrocute. I think it's when the lightning strikes from the top. That's the best. That's her only chance. Like the only way she has to go basically blade, first item, a longsword, and then electrocute with ignite and probably exhaust. And then she just has to burst you before level 5. Well, level 4, level 3, level 4, or 5, she has a chance to kill you. If she fails, then that's it. It's game over basically for her. Unless you do something silly. But that's not the rune. You see, she's planning to get me half health and then start scaling. The problem is she will never, I will never be half health. And that's it. I'm thinking of I might do the series in like, I'll break it down because I'm quite hungry and tired. So I don't want to do 30 games in one go. It can get very long. And I'm not getting a lot of good players right now. I'm getting like mostly like silver, bronze, which is not ideal, you know, because I mean, it's very easy to beat them. It's like I know exactly what's gonna happen already, right? He's gonna try to all in me. He will flash out, and then he's going to sit under the turret. Then I'm gonna get 25 plus 25 CS, and then he just I'm gonna quit, and he's gonna continue the game because he probably forgot to read. Because he forgot to read the description. Yeah, this actually item is pretty good. This one here. It's okay. But you're better off with blade. It does more damage. Oh, big mistake. Yeah, and that's it. And now he's gonna be sitting under the turret because he can't really do much anymore. So that's his flash and ignite. Now try not to dive Qiyana, even if you think it's a good idea. Usually it's not because her escapes are very unpredictable. Like just slow push, easy life, you know. Always take the relic first because it denies mana, right? You want to keep her mana low. Yeah, he's gonna fall behind by 25 CS, 100%. Because his plan was to basically smash the keyboard, and unfortunately it doesn't work. You also want to ignite every time, unless you are under the turret, right? You can actually take the turret and just heal. You see he has no mana anymore, so he can't do damage. So we're gonna go, ignite. And then that's it. He basically ran out of mana. And he forgot that he flashed earlier, so that's how this happened. And he probably going to block the account. Yeah, it's kind of standard bronze players. So I'm gonna swap to a different account. Hopefully the other guy has finished playing. Oh, let's actually see. It's actually hilarious because sometimes they continue to play, and it's absolutely hilarious. So, yeah, let's see if this guy is actually playing. You know, the previous guy who also played Qiyana, he could be still playing. It's really hilarious sometimes. The bronze players, they're just like really, really funny. I think he's still playing easy. Let's see. Because if he still plays, I think I can FF, right? It could be the case where I could be able to FF, right? Oh, he finished. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're waiting for next player. Take care. Yeah, so I forgot to mention that like when you play one-on-one, you want to have at least 3 accounts because players can block your accounts. You know what I mean? And some games can be 7 seconds, and they continue to play. It basically takes about 5 to 7 minutes for them to win if they're playing against nobody. Right? So this guy is Abdo. Yeah, I already played. This guy is Yasuo, silver player. So it takes like 5 to 7. Normally it's about 6 minutes and they finish the game, right? So by the time you swap an account, it's about 1 minute, right? It's about like 1 to 2 minutes, usually, maybe less, to find a player and then to win the game. That's including loading time, right? Then to win the game takes you like 2 minutes as well, right? So by the time it finishes, normally the other guy has already finished, right? But it happens sometimes that another player instantly joins, and then you kill him in like 7 seconds. And if you have 2 accounts, you cannot go back to the other account because usually when you get a guy in 7 seconds, they rage and they don't want to give you back the account, right? So you're kind of your both accounts are being kind of blocked by those guys. Can you believe this? This is second time this guy falls for the same bush, right? And here it goes again, right? Now imagine this guy can be on your team. He's silver, almost gold, right? So can you imagine like you're playing promotional match and then boom, this guy's on your team. I mean, holy shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, mamma mia. And there he is, walks up. Yep, keeps walking. So now his flash is down. So 430 is his flash, right? And now he's approaching. Can you believe this? Like, he's just approaching, right? So he... Oh shit, I missed my... It's interesting. So, as soon as I get my W, he just dies. That's about it. Unless he has a... if he decides to approach, right? I'll just go for it, you know? I doubt that he would kill me. Now, if he was kind of like... If he was probably Diamond Yasuo, I probably would have not done that, honestly, because... they can use their dash really, really well and create a lot of distance, and they can stack up their tornado very, very quickly. So it becomes very difficult to dive them. Right, but I mean, because this guy is like silver, I'll just go for it, you know. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna eat the monitor right now. Yeah, okay. I'll probably play maybe 3 more, and then maybe I'll just play 1 more and go eat something, you know. Otherwise, I'll have more energy then. I won't sound like I'm about to, you know. Oh my god. Okay, so we're waiting for next guy. 1 sec. All right, so this guy is gold, mid gold player, right? So this champ, honestly, I haven't figured this champ out yet, right? Because this champ, I don't know, I only played against her maybe like 5 times, maybe definitely less than 10. So I don't really know what she does. Possibly boots. Possibly boots are better against her. But I know that she cannot heal, but I know she can kite quite well because I think she has slows in her kit. But like, she wasn't really super challenging most of the times when I played against her. Like, I never lost to her, so I never really bothered to read too much on what she does. Because most of the DCs are like super easy, right? You let them push, you catch them with W, and you right click them to death, and that's it. That's kind of ADCs. Now, if they play super defensive like this, you can just out CS them. Like, the thing about ADCs is that your movement speed is usually a lot better than theirs, right? So that's kind of one thing about ADCs is that just movement speed. I mean, honestly, she just feels like playing against Jinx or something like that, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, cool. I don't think I'll be able to kill this guy. He's just playing so passive. So that's why I kind of spinned. Normally you want to keep your spin for attacking him. Yeah, so he's gonna use his zap, I think, right? Just heal. Yeah, he's like playing so defensive. I mean, he's just not gonna win like that at all. Because what was that? Did you see that? And again, like if you go armor, they do so little damage. It's just beyond stupid, you know. Unless there's some kind of like gain or something, you know. Oh, this guy might actually kill me, right? Yeah, it's really weird. So he's like overcharged or something. When does that thing end? I wonder, you know. Because he's been at it for a while now, you know? I think he flashed, right? No, he didn't. Okay, so for overcharge has finished. It appears to be. Whoops. I'm just so tired. I'll just go for it, you know? So you want to be in front of her, right? So she doesn't... You want to be like maybe in front of her or ahead of her. What's the champion name, by the way? League new champions. Zeri. Okay, so it's Zeri. Alright, I go eat something. And BRB. Take care. We are basically gonna be watching the game. And it's gonna be Akali. Bronze guy is gonna be playing Akali. And the gold guy is gonna be playing Aphelios. So, because bronze player picked Akali, I know immediately he's Inter. Right, so my bet is Aphelios, right? So let's just put it into direct account. I'll go on mute. No, actually, no, I won't. You see? This is why... This is why... Exactly why I have a condition where you win by 25 CS, because this Akali player, do you see what he was doing? He just... he just like inted and was just sitting here. They do it all the time. So that's why you have to have the condition where if you don't farm, you just lose the game. Alright. And I used to have 100 CS, then I went to 65. Now I have 65 CS and 25 CS difference. Otherwise, I'm telling you, otherwise they're just gonna do this. Alright, take care. Okay. So, we are going... I'm still kind of eating on a sandwich, so if my gameplay suffers, my apologies. So we are going against the guy. His name is Noxus, and he is a almost platinum player. Alright, so against Aatrox, you want to go defensive. Honestly, you can probably go offensive as well. Screw him over. No, we'll just do this. He's asking what First Blood is. Okay, that's not the side. Could be a purchased account, honestly. Anyway. So the thing about Aatrox is he can kite you to death, but he can't farm really well, honestly. Like, he could just do that, you know what I mean? So, tricky matchup, but it's your favor. It's in your favor. Basically, you see he's gonna do shit like this all the time. Which is annoying, extremely annoying. So this one is so you want to take this stuff, of course. And you beat him. I need to flash. Yeah, it's harder to play because Also, you can't really kill him because his attacks, his like movement speed is beyond when he activates his shite, you know, the ulti. So we need to wait for the minion wave to go to us. Preferably don't miss any CS. Okay, so that's his flash, that's good. So he missed a lot of CS there, right? So that's what we're looking for. So he missed 2 CS already. Yeah, so you see, like, if you had offensive items, he would just poke you to death, you know what I'm saying? But because we have defensive, he can't really do shit. Also, the reason why I always go defensive is because if you go offensive and he goes what you call this, the item, phage, right? You just auto lose basically. Yeah, so you see he's quite fast with this thing. And he gets like, I think 300 lifesteal, so I mean, good luck fighting him when he ults, right? It's very... This matchup is like, this champion is kind of, I don't know, he's kind of like, he doesn't have kill pressure, but he's kind of shit at the same time, because he's, so, he's gonna do the harass thing again. So you see, he just like, he has no kill pressure, so we just have to kind of do this city dance, you know? Where we just walk around back and forth, basically. Yeah, so he flashes. I could have all-in them there, but I didn't, you know. Because it's kind of pointless. He already lost. You see, like, this champ, like, it's very, very hard to do anything against him in terms of, like, you can very easily out-CS him, right? But, I mean... It's kind of boring to play because you can't really do much against him, you know? That's it. Yeah. Some champions are just like that. There's just really limited amount of things you can do. Like Volibear is the same. It's just that you just, or Tam Kench is also the same. They're just by design you just can't do much. Also, Akali can be like that. Who else is like that? Zed can be like that. You just can't kill them. You know what I mean? Supports like Alistair is also like that. Like you can out CS them very very easily, but I mean just killing them is like you can't really do that. And getting the turret is difficult because they can kind of they can CC you, and you accidentally during the CC you accidentally hit him, so the turret starts hitting you. Yeah, so the turret starts hitting you, and then you just lose because what happens like so here's how for example Alistair can win, right? You go for the turret, he sees you, you accidentally hit him, and then he crowd controls you, exhausts you, pushes you under the turret, and then the turret kills you, and that's it. Sometimes they also take runes that's to slow you down, so you can't really like think about Aatrox, right? If you try to turret dive him, what is he gonna do? He's gonna slow you, knock you up, activate his ulti, and run away, right? If you try to fight him under the turret and you accidentally hit him, he's going to slow you. You're gonna go back into the turret. You're gonna get 4 turret shots. He will activate his ulti and run you down, and you just die, and that's it, right? So that's what I'm saying is that the safest way just out CS him, and that's it. So waiting for the next guy. Take care. All right. So I'm still kind of eating. So my apologies for the gameplay. So this guy is unranked. I'm hoping that he's a smurf. So it's Qiyana with the wrong rune. Hopefully he's a smurf. Hopefully. Nope, not a smurf. Because normally smurfs, they would be like in the bush, you know? Because they know about the bush cheese. Yeah. No, my CS. Now, against Qiyana, like one of the good rules is to keep your health above 50%. Because she does a lot of damage if you are below 50%, basically. Right, so stuff like that is... not a big deal for us. Yeah, definitely not. He's definitely not a bronze player. Oh no, he has no mana. Oh shit. Sorry for missing like minions. So now we can basically position ourselves in here. Oh, he has no mana, so he can't really do much at this stage. So, as soon as the cooldown, as soon as the ignite goes off, I'm going to do a bit of damage. Honestly, I can probably dive him at this stage, right? Oh, he decided to F off. Yeah, so now the minion wave is pushing into us. We can go get the relic. This will deny him the relic, right? So, and we're not gonna miss any minions. So he'll get the relic. At this stage, like, Qiyana is outscaled, so she can't really do much at this stage. Uh-oh. We can, like, kind of jump into her. Now we're getting below 50%, so we need to get here. You see, now she does pretty good damage now. Because we're below 50%. Yeah, you see, that's because we're below 50%, that's what's gonna happen, you know. She's gonna start doing damage, so you need to go back basically and get some help. But again, like, you have to factor in that she can't really farm really well either. It looks like we're close on farm, but you have to factor in that I have 3 minion waves coming up, and he already kind of technically farmed them. You know what I'm saying? So we can run him down now, Quarantine. He's gonna die now, anyway. Now I could have like ignited as well, but I mean it's the reason why you can do that is because he had no mana. That's why. If he had mana, it would be a bad idea to do that. And that's about it. Yeah, I'll probably break down the series into maybe 3 or maybe 4 videos, because I mean doing 30 games in a row in one session after work is kind of not very good. All right, so there you go. 10 out of 10. Take care.